Season's greetings. My name is Megan Phillip, and I am the Executive Director of HC3, the Healthcare Council of Chicago. We are a mission driven platform proactively seeking uncommon alignment to improve Chicago's healthcare ecosystem. As we close out 2021, I am so pleased to be introducing our members and partners to a brand new series, The Role of Women in Healthcare, which will officially launch in 2022. While there are women leaders advancing institutional change, the journey to an equitable workplace is long and does require more women in leadership. To kick off this important series of discussions, who better to lead the way than our friend and colleague, Laurie McGraw. Laurie has over 30 years of leadership experience serving in various roles to make an impact and enact change in the healthcare industry. Over the past 5 years, she has been serving as the Senior Vice President at the American Medical Association. And in 2021, she launched her very own podcast, aptly named Inspiring Women, where she interviews women in all stages of their career to explore and share their journeys. Laurie, welcome, and I am looking forward to launching this with you.
I agree. Megan, thank you so much for doing this. And thank you to the Healthcare Council of Chicago. It's an important series. I'm thrilled to be participating in it and moderating what's going to be an incredible lineup. We are kicking off this series starting with JP Morgan, the beginning of 2022, one of the biggest investment conferences of the year in healthcare. We'll be talking to a number of women, whether they're from venture firms or recently funded, and hearing their perspective. It's a man's world at JP Morgan, except for a few dynamos that we're going to be speaking to. We're also going to be speaking to women leaders in this series who are the deliverers of healthcare, whether it's a payer or a large health system. You know, what are their perspectives and how are they leading in this enormous time of change and innovation in healthcare? We'll talk to people in the public health area. We're in a pandemic still, and public health has been sort of top of mind for so many different folks. And then for this series, we'll also have a celebration event. March 8th is International Women's Day. That's the day I launched my podcast. And that's a day that we all need to celebrate and create community with each other as leaders, as women. And I'm really looking forward to this series, Megan.
Thank you, Laurie. And we are truly so excited and thrilled to have you as well. This is truly such an important topic, and we're grateful to have you leading us off on the right foot. So, Inspiring Women, your podcast. I've had the pleasure of being the benefactor listener of your enlightening stories. So tell me, what was the inspiration for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm like you said, I'm 30 years in healthcare. I've held a number of leadership positions. I'm very accustomed to being one of sometimes one and sometimes one of few women around important tables. And, you know, I mean, it doesn't need to be this way. When we have more diverse conversations, when we have different voices around tables, it makes for, I think, better outcomes. And so I have always been interested in supporting other women. And we've been in a pandemic. And just as I, continue to see statistics not going in the right direction, whether it's the amount of funding that's going to women-led companies, whether it is the pay gap that's still out there, whether it is the number of CEOs that are women, it's just simply not enough. So for me, this was just a small way that I could do something. And what I'm doing with this podcast, Inspiring Women, I'm showcasing inspiring women, and they are leaders. They are people who are at the pinnacles of their career, as well as younger women, those who are just starting out. What are the questions that they have? What are the things that they struggle with? And how do they aspire in building their own careers? I've done gee whiz, 65 episodes at this point. It is just incredible. The stories are wonderful and they keep coming. I mean, there just isn't enough time to speak to all of the incredible voices that are out there. But I truly believe that the community of hearing other people's stories is helpful. I'm certainly having a lot of fun and learning a lot. And again, that's why I'm so excited again, Megan, that HC3 is putting on this series showcasing women in leadership.
Well, we are as well, Lori. So why don't you give everyone a little sneak peek of what to expect in 22 from us?
Well, we've got a couple events already planned. So again, JP Morgan will be our first virtual event, and that will be an online panel with a couple incredible leaders. And then we have a series of in-person events, as we start to come out of being holed up in our homes. We'll have some events in Chicago, again, with leaders, with deliverers of care, public health, and what's happening there, and that nice celebration event that we'll have on March 8th, which is the day we should all celebrate International Women's Day.
Well, we are so excited to share that we will be launching all of this in January, and more details about all of our speakers, the event times, and where you can sign up will be available very soon at www.hc3.health. Thank you so much, Lori. We're very excited.
I am too, Megan. I can't wait, and I hope to see everyone there.
Wonderful.